feels like for mediums when they sense the deceased around them. For the majority, it isn't at all like you might see in Hollywood films, horror movies, programs about spirit communication. Let's dispel some of the myths and some of the spookiness around it, because I believe it doesn't need to be spooky at all. I'm a professional medium with 27 years of working with the public. I've done everything from theatre demonstrations, media appearances, I've written books, done one-to-one sessions with clients, healing work, spiritual crisis work, spirit release work. In fact, to be honest, I have done mostly everything now when it comes to working with the spirit world in service of others. And here's what I've found important. What we need to understand is it's all about energy, it's all about our soul self, it's all about our consciousness. That is the eternal aspect of us, and that is what mediums are tuning into. They're not seeing a deceased loved one walk into the room, whole and embodied, like you might see in films. The majority aren't anyway. I'm not saying it's not possible. Apparitions are definitely a thing. But when it comes to mediums working that you may see across the board on social media or on the television, this is not how they're communicating. I describe mediumship to my own clients a bit like a game of charades, not because I'm playing a game, I'm not at all, but because I'm trying to give a concept for their own minds to understand something that goes beyond the brain, beyond the mind. Mediums will primarily usually use something known as clairsentience, meaning clear sensing. They will tune into the energy of the soul that enters into the atmosphere around them. The medium being an energy field, the soul being an energy field, coming together, exchanging electromagnetic information, and then each picking up on the other. And that is then received by the medium, and the medium's brain interprets those signals. If the medium has developed the ability of clairvoyance, for example, which means clear seeing, they may see symbolisms in their mind's eye. They may see images of the deceased if they're able to describe that clearly, or they may see things that they recognize themselves, almost like a shorthand, where they understand that symbol means this to me, that symbol means this to me, seeing that person means this to me, and they will describe what they're seeing and interpret the feeling, the clairsentience that is coming alongside that vision. Clairvoyance is very much like if you were to visualize your front door in your mind's eye now. You'd see the door, you'd see the detail on the door. It'd be in the mind though, not with your physical eyes. Sometimes you do see energy, flickers, sparks in the room around you. Sometimes you see shadowy figures. Sometimes you might see lights, orbs. But for the most part, communication is happening with the inner sight, the inner vision. Mediums may also use clairaudience, meaning clear hearing. Now, this is a bit like a song playing out in your head, that kind of inner hearing. So clairaudience is all about being able to perceive maybe a name, a song, even sentence, wisdom, words being given to the medium that they can then relay. Put the clairsentience together, that sense and feeling, and you know what clairsentience is, right? Anytime you've walked into a room where two people have had an argument, you felt the atmosphere there and you felt that feeling, that knowing, that is energy. And it's not just about reading body language, okay? You must have had probably, I would imagine, an experience where somebody you meet for the first time is being very nice to you in appearance and talking in exchange, but underneath it all, there's like I don't know, something doesn't feel right about this person. That's your clairsentience. You're reading, observing, and interpreting the energy. The medium will do the same thing. They will put together, I'm feeling this, I've just seen that, I've just heard that. What's this mean? How do I need to relay this to my client? The best channels are the ones that can get their own ego out the way, can step out the way of any interference with their own mind and try to just relay what is coming to them purely, quickly and swiftly, trusting everything they're getting, saying it as it comes, and knowing they're not going to get it all right. No medium gets it all right, but being honest in that. Why? Because they're interpreting the signal. And sometimes that signal can be on 1 bar of Wi-Fi, it can be on 3 bars of Wi-Fi, as an analogy. So it isn't always easy. Mediumship is experimental. It's the interpretation of the information, of the energy, of the waves coming towards their own electromagnetic energetic field, and then the ability to be able to perceive, feel, sense, and know what it is those in spirit are trying to relay. And remember, it is even harder for your loved ones in spirit to get through to a medium. They've got to lower their own frequency to be able to tune in to the frequency of a medium who's in a physical form and vibrating or existing at a lower density of energy. Be patient with your medium, keep an open mind. Don't just accept everything they're saying, but don't dismiss them either. Let the process unfold. It isn't as clear, wish it was, as being on the telephone, but when it does work, my goodness, is it powerful, and does it have the potential for complete transformation and healing? That alone means it's worth exploring, right? My content is here to bring your awareness to life, to help support you as you discover your own soul self. If you've liked what you've watched, please don't forget, follow, comment, subscribe, share. Have you had any experiences of mediumship? Are there mediums on here that want to add to this? Let me know in the comments.